Don in London, hello, and it's September the 1st, 2009, just after 10 in the morning. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My addictive substance, alcohol, my behaviour, trying to be whatever you thought I ought to be. I think that's what I tried to do, and tried to follow the rules of the game, whatever the game was. Work, relationships, being a part of, being included, trying to find love, and try and love other people. And something got in the way. It was me, and not understanding life too well. So these days I learn a bit of life every single day, how it can be, what I may do, how I can connect with other people and be a part of what is going on in the world. So however humble our endeavours are, and however we are with the world, it's best to cherish what we have and to love other people and be loved back. And what's helped me do that? Family, civilization, society, community, and a fellowship called Alcoholics Anonymous. And the gift for me is AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, is full of unique, authentic people with one purpose, which is to stay sober so the rest of life can work. So a fellowship with one focus, to be sober one day at a time. So as we meet people in AA one day at a time at meetings, if we have a problem and a desire not to drink anymore, we see people as they are on the day. So some people are happy, some people are sad, some people are brand new, wondering what the hell's going on, and some people have been around for decades and still don't know what's going on. That's just the way it is. So on any given day, AA can be helpful or unhelpful, depending on the feelings, emotions and concerns and general life which is happening to everybody. So fellowship is not a place to get fixed. Fellowship is a place to find and express what is going on and share experience, strength and hope. And the fellowship has 12 steps of action to change attitude and behaviour for individuals if they so choose, and also 12 traditions which holds the fellowship together. So I emphasise again, it's a fellowship and not an organisation, although it's loosely organised. And it has no leaders and it has no spokespeople. So when I'm sharing here, I'm sharing my outlook on how AA helps me, and I only share about me and my recovery, or maybe some pearls of wisdom generally, and not specific to any other person who is there or attends meetings. So September 1, there are 12 steps of action in these steps for individuals, so it's step 9 this month. I'll talk about that in a moment. But to get a flavour of AA, whether you're a newcomer or like me, a middle-comer, and there are old-timers as well. Old-timers are people with a lot of wisdom who sit on the sidelines and share if you ask them, or share it forevermore about how life is, either good or bad. That's what we do. So the statement of intent for AA goes like this. It's called the AA preamble, shared at the beginning of every meeting, which is at the heart of recovery. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose, and this is most important, is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. So on any given day when you go to a meeting of AA, you'll meet people as they are in reality, sometimes absolutely helpful or sometimes absolutely unhelpful and needing help. So it's like any community or fellowship of people, equal-sized, unique, authentic, with their own story and their own choices to make in life. And we share how we are, basically. And from that came the 12 steps of action to change attitude and behaviour, and the 12 traditions which hold the fellowship together under the banner of unity, service and recovery. So if you want to be in, you are in and included. If you don't want to be in, you leave. If you like it or you're getting something from it, even if it makes you angry for a while, then What is there to lose? So those who are for AA tend to take it all in their stride. Those who don't like AA, it's because they have a different way and a different path. So it's not a cult. You won't find anybody trying to make you do something you don't want to do. And the absolute gift is you can tell anybody to F off if they're getting into your personal space, and you can do it as you choose. No one's going to think less of you either way, whether you're in or out, and that's so important. Anyway, on YouTube or wherever these videos end up, I utilise some of the reading material. Daily reflections like this is one page a day, and it's all about step 9 in September, or loosely about step 9, so I'll share that in a moment. As Bill sees it, a good read, just 1 page a day or more if you need to, just dip in and out of it. And this blue book here, 12 Steps, 12 Traditions, which I'll dip into now, as it's a new month, and it's about step 9, making amends. And we only make amends when we understand what it is we have done with our lives, and which is why we have other steps before it to find out what we did. So, the summary of step 9, which is in here, I'm just checking the time. Yes, step 8 last month, making a list for amends and being willing to make them. And then step 9 is making direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others, including ourselves. But you know, tranquility is what we're looking for, and it says here, a tranquil mind is the first requisite for good judgment. So by step 9, our judgment may be coming back to us, and however fast or slow we do the steps, it's our choice. It's better to know what they are first before you attempt to do them, or live the experience of the 12 steps. A tranquil mind is the first requisite of good judgment. Good timing is important in making amends. What is courage? Prudence means taking calculated chances. Amends begin when we join AA. Peace of mind cannot be bought at the expense of others. Need for discretion. Readiness to take consequences of our past and to take responsibility for well-being of others in the spirit of step 9, which is about making amends. And I'll be talking about that throughout the month. Just going to daily reflections for today, which says September 1, willingness to grow. If more gifts are to be received, our awakening has to go on. In other words, seeing who we are and what we are. Sobriety fills the painful hole in the soul that my alcoholism created. I had a hole so big I just didn't know what to do with it. Often I feel so physically well that I believe my work is done. However, joy is not just the absence of pain, it is the gift of continued spiritual awakening, which is to see the truth of reality for me, to see real life as it is today. Joy comes from ongoing active study as well as application of the principles of recovery in my everyday life, and that means doing and living and experiencing the steps of action to change attitude and behaviour. And from sharing that experience with others, my higher power presents many opportunities for deeper spiritual awakening, that is, in touch with what's going on now, not stuck in the past or wondering about my future. Today I am ready to grow. So willingness to grow on a daily basis is key. And in As Bill Sees It, I do these in an order, and it says here the language of the heart. I can't read it all, but it says the final paragraph, from the beginning communication in AA has been no ordinary transmission of helpful ideas and attitudes. Because of our kinship in suffering and because of our common means of deliverance are effective for ourselves only when constantly carried to others, our channels of contact have always been charged with the language of the heart. In other words, to love, be loved, and have something useful to do. So, as I say at the end of these videos, the serenity prayer, which is to God, of your understanding, your authentic understanding of how it is for you, or good conscience, or a higher power of your choosing, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference is always just for today. More later.